through the misty fells, where the lake winds cry, with a map in hand and a twinkle in his eye. The hills echo steps of a wandering soul. A silver fox grins as he reaches his goal.
Well, morning everyone, welcome back to the Lake District, and we're up in the northwestern fells today to do a loop of Loweswater. Now this isn't actually my water today. I've been invited by this man Stephen from out of Ayrshire now. I see you've changed it back. So yeah, never changed it in the first place. So Stephen's invited me along today, so I'm a guest on his walk. It's his route. It's his route finding, so if we get lost, it's his fault. So while we carry on to our first fell, I'll put the route on the screen now, so we're going to take a look at where we're going today, and we'll bring you back shortly. Right, so there's our route today. No new Wainwrights for me, but a couple of new Birketts on the route. So anyway, we've walked along through the forest, and we're now about to start the steep pull up to Low Fell. Ready for it, mate?
Looks like a wall of death.
This looks like Greystones and some. And you said in Scotland, Ben Starav?
Starav. Starav. Except Starav goes on for 1100 metres.
Oh my god, no, this doesn't go for that. Anyway, we'll bring you back further up when we've got some views other than the side of a hill. Okay, so we're making good progress now. So what have we got in front of us? On our left we've got Whiteside. In the centre there, the bulk of Grassmoor. And we've got Crummet Water down there with Randerdale Knots above it. To the right here is Melbreck, and then behind Melbreck you've got the High Style Range, Red Pike, High Style, High Crag. Just to the right of Randerdale Knots you've got Haystacks, and behind that Great Gable, and I can just about see Fleetwith Pike. So yeah, so this is us, this is our path, and just continue to follow it steep up to the summit of Low Fell. Anybody who thinks the path up to Greystones is steep, that path that me and Dave Ossel did down from Yoke, we thought that was steep. This path up to Low Fell from down there was absolutely brutal. Flattens off a bit now before a little steeper section for a few yards, but we broke the back of it now. But yeah, that was brutal for 15 minutes. But we're good progress. I reckon 10 minutes we'll be up on our first hill of the day. But look at those views.
The camera never
look at those views. It doesn't know, the camera doesn't.
I mean,
doesn't do it justice. How
I mean, my eye can see how steep that is, but the camera never does it justice.
Mad, isn't it? Mad.
Oh, that was brutal.
That is
my
steep.
calves are on fire.
we're up. That is quite possibly the steepest climb in the Lake District I have ever done. But anyway, it's finished now. We cross this stile and then it's just a short little 5-minute walk up to our first hill of the day. So let's get cracking. Right, here we go. Our first hill of the day, the Wainwrights summit of Low Fell at 422 metres. And I have forgotten what view you get from up here. Boom. Well done, pal.
Thank you, mate.
Another Wainwright in the bag. Look at that for a view. Absolutely stunning. So there's Loweswater down there. Now we can see we can pretty much see the rest of our route today actually. We follow that ridge line all the way over there to Fellbarrow, and then we drop down and we go up to Blake Fell, Gavel Fell, and then we're coming down at Burnbank, and then we're coming down at the ridge there at Burnbank Fell, and then back to the car at Maggie's Bridge. Stunning. There's the Birkett of Darling Fell. That's not for us today. And then over here we've got Whiteside, Hopegill Head, Grisdale Pike in the far distance, Grassmoor, Whiteless Pike, Rannerdale Knots, Fleetwith Pike, and then all the way over to Great Gable in the far distance. Fantastic. There we go, Mossy. Remember that place? That's where we camped probably this time last year. Just off the top of Low Fell, we camped in that little dip down there with that fantastic view. Anyway, I'll bring you back when we get over to the next fell. Okay, so we've been bimbling along, putting the world to rights, haven't we, Stephen?
Absolutely.
Yep. And we're just now about to hit the final pull up to Fellbarrow. It looks steep, but we'll breeze it. We'll breeze it. It's a nice, lovely day. Nice temperature.
Yeah, it's nice and cool.
No
wind.
No wind. So yeah, it's been really good so far, and still got plenty more to come, so stay tuned. Okay, second hill of the day, and the Wainwright of Fellbarrow, 416 metres. The cairn and the trig. Well done, pal. Another one in the bag.
Thank you.
Good man. So we can now get a view out to the coast. Just about make out Criffle over the Solway Firth. Skidder, my nemesis, in the centre of the shot there, not a cloud on it. Obviously doesn't know I'm this close. And then there's Wainwrights, where we were the other week. Seems to be clouding in a bit now, but the main thing is all our fells are clear. So that's us off Fellbarrow now, and picked up this 4x4 track, crossing the Wee Burn. And then that takes us on to another pretty good track back now to the foot of Burnbank Fell, where we start our incline, but this is in a bit more of a trickle than it was last time I crossed it. Anyway, we'll get across here and then back onto the track. Where are we going? Listen to other places, any? One foot there, and we'll cross. Okay, so we're on the track. Tell you what, it'd be good if it was like this, wouldn't it? All the way, Steve.
I'd settle for it. Plus, I think we're still a wee bit of altitude to
We
go.
have, yeah. So we follow this path now down to the road, where we cross the road through a couple of farms, heading up over there onto that ridge and following it up to Burnbank Fell, which is our last real bit of hard work to do for this walk. Once we're up on Burnbank, it's over to Gavel. It's quite easy walking. So that track eventually brings you to the road here, so there is car parking here if you want to park between these walks and split this walk up that we're doing today. And then just past the cars is this footpath. It takes us through the fells, through a couple of farms, oh sorry mate, and onto the open fell side. So we're now at the other side of Loweswater, looking onto Darling Fell in the middle, Low Fell just behind that, Grassmoor with its head in the clouds now, and then I think we're following Fang's Brow, I think.
Yeah.
So we're through this gate on that path and up onto the fell. Right guys, don't follow this route, we've gone a bit wrong here, so yeah, we turned off too early. We should have gone further round and then come back, but so what we've done this way is cut the corner, so I might cut a bit of mileage off. We're in a field full of belted Galloways, but they're big teddy bears, they won't pose us any issues. Look at those views, looking back to Loweswater and then the rest of the northern fells. So we're now back on track, going a little bit off the route. Our route now takes us up to, following this wall up to that gate, and then the track branches off up right, heading up to Burnbank Fell. So we've got a bit of a steep pull coming up now for half an hour, and then that should be all the hard work done for the day. Right, so that's us on that steep pull now. It's a decent path. As you can see from the pair of us, waterproof jackets are on because it started to rain and then proceeded to stop raining as soon as we got them on. So we're both cooking now, but we think it's because we're out of the wind. So that's looking down to Loweswater there, and there's a couple of people behind us. Right, here we are, Burnbank Fell, 475 metres, the Wainwright, and as you can see, it's pissing it down. One of these days me and Stephen will get a walk where it's not raining. Oh my word. So we'll box this off and then we'll crack on. There is a cairn. Boom. Well done, pal.
Thank you, mate.
Right, well we were going to stop here for some food,
No,
but
that's not happening.
I think we'll carry on. So that's our way to our next fell of Blake Fell. Right, I've talked him into it. We're going off piste to bag it. Outlying Birkett of Sharp Knot. It's just kind of over that way into the gloom, and then we'll come back and get Blake Fell. But he's now a Birkett bagger as well as a Wainwright bagger.
No, I'm not. Allegedly.
Right, so into the gloom we go for sharp knot. Or knots. Is it sharp knot or knots?
I don't know, mate. I can't even find. Oh, there it's your sharp knot.
Sharp knot. How do you...
Don't point that fucking thing out. Whose idea was this?
Huh?
Whose idea was
It's only just up there. You can't not bypass a Birkett without getting it.
You want me to tell you what?
It's a YouTuber.
You want me to repeat what I just said?
Not far now. Just over there. Right. Here we are on the Birkett summit of Sharp Knot. 482 metres. Boom. Fist bumps for Birkett, Steve. Boom. Shake hands for Wainwrights. Fist bump for Birkett's. High fives for Singes.
Fair enough.
Dave Hostel came up with that.
You've got to have protocol, mate. You've got to have protocol.
So there we go. I bet normally there'd be cracking views from here, but as it stands today, bugger all. So this was an out and back, so it's not quite back the way we came. And then our next stop is Blakefell. Right, here we are. Blakefell. 572 metres. What we're going to do is, I know the summit is actually up by the shelter, but the shelter's full of people and I ain't brave enough to speak on camera yet, so well done, pal.
Cheers, Dave.
Another Wainwright and our highest point of the day. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to carry on to Gavel Fell, and then there's a few nooks and crannies there. We're going to get out of the wind and have something to eat. So yeah, Gavel Fell, and then we'll find somewhere to hunker down. I know there is somewhere because me and Mossy have camped there, so there's certainly somewhere to get out the cool breeze. Right, here we go. Gavel Fell, next stop. We have views. There's Cogra Moss down there. Anybody into the fishing? But yeah, for the first time in a while we've got views. Fantastic. I was thinking that.
It's a bit bizarre, isn't it?
Why is that fenced off? Do you reckon that's a case of if you go in here, you're not coming out? Do you reckon?
It's just a bit random, isn't it?
I reckon that's like the pit of Sarlacc from Return of the Jedi. There we go. We're starting to see a bit now. There's Blakefell, where we've just come from, over to Burnbank Fell, and then in the sunlight was our first hill of the day of Lowfell. So hopefully before this walks out we get a bit of that sunshine. See over there in the gap down to Sellafield. We're not too far now from our penultimate fell of the day of Gavel Fell. Okay, so here we are, penultimate hill, and our last Wainwright of the day, Gavel Fell, 524 metres. Boom. Well done, pal.
I haven't touched it yet. Thank you, mate.
Good man.
Swiss on enough.
Well done.
69.
Yeah, so we're gonna find somewhere now out this wind. Although it's not very windy, but no. Find somewhere out of the wind and get something to eat and drink because we're both famished. Right, something to eat and drink, and I'll come back to you when we're on our way down. Okay, so that's us fed and watered. Much needed it was. Cornish pasty and a bottle of iron brew. What did you have, mate?
An Asda meal deal, mate.
There we go. So we've got loads of views back again now. So there's Hencombe there, and then beyond that Melbreck, and then beyond that Grassmoor with its head still in the clouds. We can now see over to where we once came, Blake Fell and Burnbank Fell, and then way in the distance Low Fell and Fell Barrow. So we've got one more hill today, which is Gavel Fell's north top, and it's on our route back, so we should soon be there. We've not got far back to the car now, probably a couple of miles. So yeah, so we'll see you on our last fell very shortly. Alrighty, here we are. Last hill of the day. High Nook, Gavel Fell's north top, 488 metres, and it's a Birkett. Well done, pal. Boom. Wow. Fantastic views. Absolutely fantastic. This is why I keep saying to people, don't just stick to the Wainwrights. Get on the Birketts, because they give you views of hills from a whole different angle. So as I say, there's Hencoombe and then Melbreck there. And our path just keeps following down the ridge back to the car. Okay, so that's all our fells completed today, so we're not far from the car now, so I think I'm going to wrap the video up here. So I would like to thank this man, Stephen, out of Ayrshire. I'll put a link to his channel below, go and check him out. I'd like to thank him for inviting me on his walk today.
Pleasure, mate. Pleasure.
So we didn't pick up any new Wainwrights, but I picked up a couple of new Birketts. So I'll just take a quick look. We can pretty much see our whole route from here. So we started down in Maggie's Bridge car park, and then we went up to Low Fell and Fell Barrow before dropping down. Then we came up to Burnbank Fell, over to Blake Fell, we finished up on Gavel Fell, we come over Gavel Fell's north top to exactly where we are today. So I'd like to thank you for watching. If you still are, absolutely fair play to you. Thanks for Stephen again, and we'll catch you out in the hills the next time. All the best, take care.